Okay, Maddie, how's my form?
It's looking good.
Is it? All right.
All the way down in that squat.
We're talking to Maddie Lymburner, social media phenom. Lots to talk about, but first, her life in 30 seconds.
Without further ado, let's get to it.
When she was growing up near Hamilton, Maddie Lymburner's life was consumed by dance. But in her 20s, she found she could combine her passion for travel with the world of creating videos, vlogging. And then came MadFit in 2018. From this modest studio in Southern Ontario, millions, almost 8 million, subscribed to her YouTube fitness videos. She was named Canada's top YouTube creator of 2020. There is an app. It's a one-woman show with a profile and path that lots of big corporations can only dream of. It is amazing how many followers you have on YouTube and Instagram, and I just wonder what kind of impact on your life that success has had.
Honestly, it's pretty crazy because I shoot my videos. You're here now. It's just me and a camera and my videographer, and before it was just me and my tripod at home. So it's kind of crazy seeing the number, and you don't actually think about how many people are actually seeing you. So there's times where I go to Costco. It's always at Costco where I get recognized, and people are like, "Are you Maddie? Are you MadFit?" And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, yes!" Like it's really crazy.
So let's go back for a moment. You were, as I understand it, in very sort of competitive level of dance as a child and as a teenager. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so I danced from age 3 to 18. It was highly competitive, and I was in the studio almost 7 days a week, like 3 to 5 hours a day. So it was intense. It was my life growing up, and I absolutely adored every single second of it. If I could have continued doing what I was doing past 18, then I probably would still be doing it.
And if my life is like the dust.
After I finished dance, it was kind of the period of my life where it was like, okay, what am I gonna do with my life? And I wasn't ready to go to school yet. I didn't know what I wanted to do. So I was with my ex-boyfriend at the time, and we decided, let's just go travel. So we went to Thailand, and I started vlogging. So I had a personal YouTube channel where I did vlogs, and I shared like travel vlogs and what I was eating. Really, really, really good.
And so what got really big was fitness videos, of course. And as I understand it, there are kind of a couple of points along the way where your success really rose. And one of those points involved the music of Billie Eilish.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Oh my gosh. That song has like such a good place in my heart.
So you're a tough guy, like you're really rough guy.
That song was trending like crazy, and so I was trying to keep up with the trends and post workouts to trending music. I did Bad Guy, and it just like exploded, and that really helped like propel my channel for sure.
So I think I have this right. That got you to about 1 million subscribers on YouTube, but here we are now, roughly about 4 years later, and you have almost 8 million subscribers on YouTube. Extraordinary. And the pandemic clearly played a role in that.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people were suffering at that time, and even myself, like being locked at home, it's really hard on everybody's mental health. So I wanted to just be that friendly face to show up as much as possible for my community. So I tried to post almost every single day at the beginning of lockdown. And people really appreciated it because they couldn't go to the gym, and a lot of people were stuck at home. They've never done home workouts before, so I think it was a really great introduction to home workouts and home fitness.
But even at this point in the pandemic, every time you post something, it gets a lot of views and it gets a lot of comments. And that's the other extraordinary thing about you. I keep looking through the comments, and it is impressive how positive it all is. It's quite a community you've built up.
Yeah, I mean, I get hundreds of messages a day, comments as well, and a lot of them are people sharing their stories.
I started with our workout routines, and I loved it. I loved them so much.
Maddie is different because she feels like a safe space to learn and to grow.
She's been the biggest positive influence in my life.
It's very emotional. There's a lot of nights where I'm sitting on the couch reading messages, just like bawling my eyes out because it's such a crazy feeling. I'm just so honored, so blessed to be able to do that.
One of the potential problems with doing the videos like the videos you do is that, you know, it could set an unattainable standard for people who are watching, and it's something you're very mindful of.
Yeah, I mean, I made a post not that long ago that's me posed with good lighting. Everything looks great, but then I switched the lighting and sat down in a way that showed the cellulite on my legs. And I didn't post it just for the great feedback I knew I was going to get, but just to show that, you know, like I'm a real person too, and so is everybody else on this platform, whether or not they show up as real or not. Nowadays, especially on Instagram, you have no idea what's been face-tuned or photoshopped, and especially in the fitness industry, I think people set a very high standard for their bodies, and people want to keep like one-upping each other. And I just want to be here to remind people that like I'm a real person and have cellulite, I've got wrinkles, I've got acne, like I'm a human too. And that's what I also like about my YouTube videos is that it's one take. I don't do any cuts. If I fumble my words, if I'm sweating, I got sweat dripping in my eye, if there's cellulite, like I don't edit any of that out. So I think a lot of people appreciate that. We're going to do a cobra pose into a child's pose position, and I'm going to try and do this without moving my puppy.
Talking about money is kind of awkward, but there probably are people looking, wondering, how much money do you make with the following that you have on social media?
Yeah, I think a lot of people can see like a huge number of subscribers and think, oh, that person must be like so rich. I mean, I am doing
so
very
rich? Are you so rich?
I'm so rich. No, I'm doing very well for myself, and I'm making more money than I ever thought I would, and this is my full-time gig. I'm very grateful, very blessed.
You are really successful in a business, a space, a job that, I mean, didn't exist 20 years ago, right? Like when you were a kid in elementary school, you know, like this wouldn't have been possible. So who knows what we're going to be, where we're going to be in 10 years from now? Do you have any dream or sense of what you'll be doing then?
Honestly, I'm very excited to see what my kids are going to do when they grow up, because it's crazy, because I still remember like dial-up internet, and now here I am using the internet every day, like it's my job. But honestly, I'm very much a country girl at heart, which this probably doesn't really reflect that, but I want to, you know, like grow my own food and have a whole bunch of land, and maybe one day retire from the internet and step back. But for now, I'm having a lot of fun. So
I love the fact that I remember dial-up phones, you remember dial-up internet. So
yeah.
different generations,
Yeah.
But anyway, incredibly inspirational story. Thank you very much for talking to us.
Thank you.